introduction says, the more good we do, the more good we are able to do. Generosity increases our capacity to bless others. When generosity is unleashed, it flows to every area of our lives. We become generous not only with our money, but also with our time, effort, gifts, passion, every part of us. No. I read a book of Miles Monroe. He said that the richest deposit of wealth in the whole world is found where? Do you know where can you find the richest deposit of wealth? It's in cemetery. The richest deposit of wealth is in cemetery. Why? It's not the gold mine in Baguio. It's not the uranium mine in Russia or Africa. It's cemetery. Why? Because it's in the cemetery where you buried. There are buried dreams, buried talent, buried, sabi natin, discovery, supposedly. Supposedly, those people who died have invented the cure for cancer. Supposedly, those people who were buried there should have written great songs, painted great masterpiece, done inventions that would really help people. But because they did not reach their potential, they did not give their best, they did not surrender their life to God, they become stingy. They died together with their potential, together with their gifts, with their wisdom, with their invention. They were buried. You know, Miles Monroe said, we must die empty. Amen? We must die empty. Everything, the best that you have, you give it to the world. You give it to people. You give it for the glory of God. Don't hoard your potential, your goodness, your great skills. Be a giver. Amen? Be a giver. Be generous. To be generous is to be generative. While it is true you cannot give what you do not have, you can give what you have not experienced. It says here, you can serve even if you've never been served. You can forgive even if you've never been forgiven. You can express compassion even if you've never received compassion. Generosity is not contingent on what you receive, but on what you are willing to give. Amen? Even if you have not received forgiveness to the people around you, even if people have not forgiven you, this is one thing for sure. God has already forgiven you. So you receive something. Even though no matter how small it is, God has already initiated to give it to you. Some people wait for more before they can release and give. Some people wait to be rich before they can give. God said, don't wait. Even with what small that you have, that you receive from me, even if people will not forgive you, I have forgiven you. Now you receive forgiveness. Now it's your turn to generate it, to increase it, to make it more, to multiply that forgiveness that I have given you by you yourself forgiving others. Amen? Even if people have not loved you, the very fact that God, Christ Himself, died for you, He has displayed His great love for you, you already receive love. But the point is, we keep on reaching love on wrong places. God has already planted it to you, given it to you, bestowed it upon you. But we keep on being stingy. We don't want to forgive. We want revenge. We want to get even. I remember I saw a t-shirt that has this, I don't get angry, I get even. No. If you truly are the sons and daughter of God, if you truly have received the salvation of Christ, if you truly are born again, you had been given something, no matter how small it is, but by deciding and initiating to release it for the benefit of others, God will give you an increasing capacity of what you have released. Amen. Can we give God the glory? Don't wait till you get rich to be a giver. Don't wait. Otherwise, you will never get rich. Again, don't wait to get rich to be a giver. Otherwise, you will not get rich. Even if you have received a lot of money, even have a lot of wealth, even if you were able to get it, if your heart is still poor or stingy, you are not rich. You're not rich. As a matter of fact, even your wealth might be the root where people will hate you and even give what we call a superficial relationship with you. They will be friendly with you because of your money, but they will not be true to you. Amen? No, I saw again a quotation one time when I boarded a jeep. It says there, the poorest man on earth, it says there, the poorest man on earth is the one whose only wealth is money. Imagine that. But the richest man on earth is the one whose riches is God Himself. Amen. So let's start giving. Give the best. You know, the principle that God gives us tells us how we can increase in our capacity. He said, what you sow, you will reap. Now, the point is this. As you plant the seed and it grows, it will not return to you the same way as you have planted it. If you have planted one seed, it will not return to you one seed also. Is that right? If you plant a seed of apple, it will return to you 12 basketful. More than what you have been planted. So he said, look at how God works. As you continue to give, God gives more than what you give. Amen? It's just like you cannot compete with God. The point is this, we cannot outgive God. The more you give, God doubles it back to you. The more you release, God bestows more to you. The more you become a channel of blessing, God returns it in a flood of blessing in your life. Not only will it affect you, but will also affect your loved ones. So God said, be generous in your heart, not with your pocket. Again, be generous with your heart, not with your pocket. You know, I have already told last week that if you give something to God without giving your heart yourself, again, I'll just emphasize this. If you give material things to God without giving yourself to Him, you call that kind of giving as bribery. You are bribing God. The only thing that gives value to our gifts to God is the condition of our heart and relationship to Him. If our heart is not surrendered to God, no amount of our giving can compensate on that. Because whatever we give, it came from God. Do we realize that? We don't own anything. We came here on earth naked, holding nothing. Whatever we have here on earth all comes from God. So whatever we give to God also comes from Him. So the one that gives value to our giving is not the material things, but the condition and the motive of our heart when we give. Someone says to me that although he has given, I think, one time, someone, when I was celebrating my birthday, gave me, what's this? A bar of chocolate. And he said to me, Pastor, please forgive me because I cannot give you more. This is all that I can afford. So I hope you can appreciate this bar of chocolate. And I told him, it doesn't matter. It's not the chocolate. It's the thought that counts. Amen? It's the thought that counts. Amen. Are you thoughtful? Amen? Can you tell to the person beside you, my heart is what I will give to you. Huh? Amen? It's the thought that counts. The same thing with God. The same thing. You know, all these things on earth belongs to God. We cannot give something that did not come from Him. The only thing that we can give to God is the motive of our heart. That's all. It's the one that gives value to everything that we give to Him.